Before we get there, I want to take a moment to look backward to last week. Was really excited. Matt did a wonderful job preaching on Habakkuk, and we got some great pictures as well. So just a review on what happened last week is that Habakkuk was looking around. He saw all the injustice in the world around him, and much of which is perpetuated by his own countrymen, the people of God that were supposed to be doing better. They were following false gods. They were taking advantage of each other. They were engaging in violence and much wickedness. And so he looked up to God and he said, why? And then a few more whys. And so he's wondering, why all the injustice? Why all the violence? Why aren't you doing anything, God? I don't see you doing anything. Why do the wicked prosper? Why can't we have a peaceful life? And so why? Look up at the sky, just feeling conflicted within. And these are questions that we really relate to today. As we look around in the world around us, and the nation we love is very divided right now. The world has been in chaos, dealing with aspects of the virus, and it's just there's a lot of evil in the world today that we might be asking God, why is this all going on? This is a really good time to bring our questions to God. It shows respect. So he can handle our questions. He can handle our doubt and our fears. And Satan actually would love nothing more than to have you bury those doubts or fears. And he wants us to be superficial and hypocritical. But God wants us to take our concerns directly to him, as Habakkuk did. And so Habakkuk received a direct response from God to these questions, and we got them in the form of the book of Habakkuk. He didn't get an answer he wanted to hear, though. God was actively working behind the scenes to bring judgment on God's people, using the Babylonians, a nation far more wicked and violent than Israel was. And so it's hard to hear that. And that really seems unfair, that as bad as Israel is being, to bring in this wicked pagan country to come in and literally slaughter the countrymen and deport and cause mass chaos, that really concerned Habakkuk, and he said that seems a little bit unfair. But as Habakkuk 2:4 states, in which much of what we're talking about in Hebrews is based on, is that the righteous will live by faith. In other words, our actions should reflect our faith in God. The righteous, those of us that belong to God, that's given our hearts to God, all of us that call ourselves Christians, we must demonstrate that faith that we belong to God through trusting in his promises. And then we have that same dilemma, you and I have that same dilemma today, is what are we going to do as we look around in our nation today and we wonder, why is all this injustice happening? Will we harbor and hide our doubts, or will we trust God with them? Will we live by faith?